This will be a brief video on Angola independence. And this crisis had occurred from 1974 to 1975. And this was a period in time that really contributed to the straining relations between the United States and the Soviet Union. This During this era, this was known as a period of detente. So the tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union right before this event were not as tense as they had previously been, and they were actually starting to die down, and they were starting to have somewhat better relations with one another. But this event really spiked everything up, and it kind of encouraged that going back and forth Cold War mentality between the US and the Soviet Union. So, to set the stage, in Angola, um, there was a successful military coup in Portugal, and they were actually given their independence as a result of a civil war that had occurred in Angola. So, during this civil war, there was three big groups that had been fighting for Angolan independence since the 1960s, actually. The first group was the Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola. And this was a Marxist organization, so it was communist, and they were supported by the Soviet Union. The second group was the National Front for the Liberation of Angola. This was based in the northern region of the country and had strong ties to the United States as an ally. The third and final group was the national, the National Union for the Total Independence of Angola, and this was basically an offshoot or a branch off of the FNLA, and was also in turn supported by the United States. So this crisis in Angola really had developed into a Cold War battleground as superpowers, because what had happened was when they achieved their independence, there was supposed to be a power share between those three groups that had been fighting for independence all along. And shortly after this power share was set up, trust was lost between these three groups and conflict really ensued. So these three groups were pitted against one another. The MLPA was supported by the Soviet Union, and the FNLA and the UNITA, those two groups were supported by the United States. So the United States and the Soviet Union weren't actually fighting each other, but they were both aiding different groups that were fighting for independence and leadership in Angola. And this was really an example of, you could say, a loss by the United States, because in the midst of this, Fidel Castro, who was the Cuban dictator at the time and was friendly with the Soviet Union, he gave them assistance. He provided them with weapons and military assistance. And it was really that push that the Soviet Union needed in gaining that communist influence in Angola. And the United States tried their best. They supported those two groups, the FNLA and UNITA, but unfortunately they had lost. And not only had they lost, but that period of detente that I referred to in the beginning of the video,